Hello everyone. Welcome to the world of economics. Economics as a branch of social science was a breakthrough from the political economy in the late 1770s. What you see on the screen is the father of economics, Adam Smith, who in the late 1770s brought in a new subject to mankind, which is inevitable today to be practiced, and called it economics. He popularized economics in his famous book called as The Wealth of Nations, which he called it as Inquiry into the Nature and the Causes of the Wealth of Nations. This book created a lot of euphoria in the 1770s and beyond when it was introduced for the first time. Adam Smith became a very popular man in economics, and very soon he developed a huge fan followers, and new set of economists emerged, whom we call them as classical economics. They continued to rule the world of economics till the 1930s, or during the 1930s and prior, because of the collapse due to Great Depression in 1930s. Another staunch follower of Adam Smith and his economics of liberalism, laissez-faire policy, or a free market economy was David Ricardo. David Ricardo expanded Adam Smith's theory and introduced the world to what is called as international trade today, and in those days it was called as mercantilist trade or mercantilist policy. He introduced the absolute advantage and advocated for free trade between the economies. This resulted in what is called as international trade, and it led to the importance of land and corn, a food grain which was exported in the mercantilist policy, popularly from United Kingdom in those days. Following David Ricardo and Adam Smith was Thomas Malthus. Thomas Malthus is remembered for his population theory, where he said that the food grains and their production multiplies geometrically, whereas the population expands algebraically. Following these classical economists, who were staunch advocates of capitalism, free market economy, and what they believed in was minimum government interference, resulted in the development of a huge labor class and a very small rich capitalist class, which eventually caused a lot of clashes between the rich and the poor, who were called as the rich landlords and the bourgeois class in the early 1800 and beyond. It was during this time that another social thinker, who is also considered to be partly an economist, by the name Karl Marx, came to the forefront, and he said that the workers of the world will unite one day and you have nothing else to lose but your chains. He advocated that labor cannot be exploited, and this resulted eventually in the Russian Revolution of 1916, which resulted in the collapse of capitalism and slow and steady movement towards what is called as socialism, in which the Russian economy, formerly known as the USSR, survived and successfully became a developed economy till 1985, that is roughly for 70 years. In between the classical advocacy of economics, there came in what is Great Depression in 1930s. Free market economy, capitalism, laissez-faire, and minimum government interference all resulted in the complete economic failure and depression of the world economy, which was called as the Great Depression. The solution to this Great Depression was provided by John Maynard Keynes, the most respected economist even till to date, when he wrote his book on the general theory of employment, interest, and money. He was responsible for pulling the American economy and the European economies in 1930s out of the Great Depression. And what came after that is modern economics, where we look at what is called as this youth cycle of economics, which began as early as 1850 and has lended to almost use of capitalism, socialism, laissez-faire socialism, laissez-faire capitalism. It resulted into globalization, and finally we are into nationalistic economic development. Thank you.